I call the Honourable Phil Goff.
Mr Chairman, I want to pick up where my colleague has left off. We've been sitting in this House now for some time. We've been waiting for the Minister to get to her feet and to justify what she's doing in this bill, why she's rushing this through under urgency, why she's consulted with no group in New Zealand or individual in New Zealand about it, why she won't have a government front up at a select committee, and explain to people why the National Party kept this as a dirty little secret that they didn't tell the electorate about. Now, I'm surprised that this Minister hasn't got to her feet to defend this legislation. She prides herself on being a Westie. You know, one of those people that tell it as it is, ready to get up and stand behind what she does and justify it. But she has been nailed to her seat. She has not taken the call. She has not answered the questions. She has not had the courage of her convictions to get up and to say to the country why she is doing this. And there we have that row of backbenchers there. Now, Maggie Barry, she's from the North Shore. A lot of elderly people on the North Shore. I wonder if Maggie Barry fronted up before the election and said to them, well, I've got to tell you this, the government's got to make hard calls, and what we're going to do is we are going to stop the process of exempting your assets from asset testing when you're in the last 18 months of your life. I wonder if she got up during the election campaign and said that. And Jamie Lee Ross, he was in a by-election and an election campaign. It wasn't known. Oh, it wasn't known. I think that Annette King is right, you know. I think those backbenchers are sitting there like stunned mullets, ashamed, embarrassed, not prepared to get to their feet to defend their government because this was dumped on them. They didn't know a thing about it. Well, welcome to the world of politics, Maggie Barry. You didn't know about it, but you're part of the team. You will have to take responsibility. You will have to be accountable for what you did, but you won't be.
Oh, you don't like it.
Point of order, the Honourable Member Louise Upston.
It's a very long-standing tradition, Mr Chairman, that you are not brought into the debate.
That's very true, and I had pointed out to the member.
And I apologise to the chairman, because I know you, Mr Chairman, wouldn't have had anything to do with this. You would have had the courage of your convictions to speak out against it.
Order. The member knows he cannot challenge someone's courage. He's a long-standing member and knows better than anybody else.
Speaking to the point of order, Mr Speaker, far from challenging your courage, I was saying you would have had the courage. By inference, maybe the others didn't, but that's only by inference, Mr Speaker. I want to know why this national government, knowing all of the things that it knows now before the election, never told the people of New Zealand what they intended to do. Why did the national government keep this as a dirty little secret that they would not share with the country? Did they tell the elderly people of this country what they were going to do? Did they tell the elderly people of this country that they were not going to index the rates rebate so that those people who worked hard all their lives that were struggling to pay their rates would not get assistance to match inflation and the high rise in rates that have occurred? Did they tell New Zealanders, here's another dirty little secret, they've removed the promotional budget for the rates rebate scheme. You know, they won't necessarily have what it takes to remove rates rebates, but they don't want people to know about it so that they can take advantage of it. Now, that's another sneaky little secret that they didn't warn people about. You know, what is it that this government has got against the elderly? In the last term, they actually took away the home help that many elderly people relied on so they could stay in their own home. So they're actually forced. I was in Chris Farfoy's electorate during the by-election, and we came across a 91-year-old lady there in Tatahi Bay that was being forced into a rest home because the national government had helped her home care. Now that she's been forced into the rest home, they're going to make sure that actually she has to use up more of her assets to be able to meet the costs of care after they've put her in that position. Why is it that this national government, in everything that it's done in this budget, has picked on the most vulnerable? From the young, the paper boys and girls that they're now taking the tax rebate from. How pathetic is that? 68,000 young people out there in the rain and the wind and the cold in Wellington delivering the newspapers, and they take away their tax credit. And they know that people can't vote at that age, and they know that the elderly, the most vulnerable, aren't in a position to defend themselves, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, no wonder not one of those backbench members will get to their feet and defend this. No wonder the Minister time and again won't take the call. I hope she will under this provocation. I hope that she does have the courage of her convictions and gets up and says to this country why this national government has done something that they did not tell the country about, and that they are not prepared to go to the country to consult, to let people come to the Select Committee and say what is wrong with what she is proposing. Mr. Speaker, no wonder every national backbencher and the Minister in this House today are too ashamed to speak out and to defend what they've done to those who are defenceless, those who are most vulnerable, those that will be paying a price for something that the national government never had the guts to tell the country about before the election.
The question is that part 2 stand part. All those in favour, please say aye. The contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote is called for. The clerk will please conduct a party vote. Thank you.
New Zealand National. 59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
34 votes opposed.
Green Party. 11 opposed. New Zealand First.
8 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana. 1 vote opposed. Act New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Any other votes?
Honourable members, the ayes are 64, the noes are 54, part 2 will stand part. The question now is that clauses 1 to 3 stand part. The question is that clause 1 stand part. All those in favour please say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote called for. Clerk will please conduct a party vote. Thank you.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
34 votes opposed.
Green Party. 11 votes opposed. New Zealand First.
8 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana. 1 vote opposed. Act New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Any other votes?
Honourable members, the ayes are 64, the noes are 54. Clause 1 will stand part. The question now is that clause 2 stand part. All those in favour please say aye. The contrary, no. The ayes have it. All right, party vote has been called. The clerk will please conduct a party vote. Thank you.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
34 votes opposed.
Green Party. 11 votes opposed. New Zealand First.
8 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana. 1 opposed. Act New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Any other votes?
Honourable members, the ayes are 64, the noes are 54. Clause 2 will stand part. The question now is that clause 3 stand part. All those in favour please say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party votes called for. Clerk, please conduct a party vote. Thank you.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
34 votes opposed.
Green Party. 11 votes opposed. New Zealand First.
8 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana. 1 opposed. Act New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Any other votes?
Honourable members, the ayes are 64, the noes are 54. Clause 3 will stand part. I will report this bill without amendment.
The House is resumed. Mr Chairman.
Mr Speaker, the committee has considered the Social Security Long-Term Residential Care Budget Measures Amendment Bill and reports it without amendment. Mr Speaker, I move that the report be adopted.
Question is that the report be adopted. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. The bill is set down for third reading forthwith.
Mr Speaker.
Honourable